President Trump has invited all Republican senators for lunch at the White House today. Healthcare is going to come up. Here's President Trump. He says, let Obamacare fail. Roll it.
Let Obamacare fail. We're not going to own it. I'm not going to own it. I can tell you the Republicans are not going to own it. We'll let Obamacare fail, and then the Democrats are going to come to us and they're going to say, how do we fix it? How do we fix it? Or how do we come up with a new plan?
The Republicans are not going to own it. We'll see. Come on in. Senator John Kennedy, a Republican from Louisiana. At the lunch today, sir, my bet is that the president will say, cut taxes or else. And maybe that's what I want to say to him. What about you? You're going to be at the lunch?
I will. Here's what I hope the president says, Stuart. I hope he says, let's vote. I believe very strongly that within the next week, I'm ready to go this afternoon, we need to have a vote on repeal and replace in 2 years. Now, I'm prepared to vote on something to replace now. And the way Senator McConnell was going to do this was going to put the bill on the floor and let everybody offer amendments. Democrats, Republicans, independents would stay there as long as we needed to stay, where everybody got to have their say. Some of my colleagues don't want to even vote to proceed, to allow us to debate, which I don't understand.
Well, we understand there will be a vote on Monday of next week.
I hope so. I hope so. It's time. Look, but I think it's clear, Stuart, that some people who heretofore said that they opposed Obamacare now like it. And this is America. You can believe what you want, but if there are Republicans who now like Obamacare, they need to stand up and say it, well, and own it. And the only way to do that is to have a vote.
Don't you want to hear a presidential push big time for tax cuts?
Sure.
If you don't, I mean, you're toast. Republicans are toast if they don't get tax cuts done.
I'm ready to have this vote. I'm going to vote to proceed, and then I'm going to vote to repeal. And I'm ready to have this vote. I hope we repeal and say we'll replace it within 2 years, and then we move immediately to tax reform. 1.4% growth in GDP is an embarrassment. That's what we have now. Everybody up here ought to hide his head in a bag. It's embarrassing.
Well, you've got a divided Republican Party. You're divided on health care reform. You're divided on tax cuts. I mean, you're up against the wall here. Your reputation as a party which can govern is at stake right here, right now.
Well, we're still better than the Democrats, okay? We're having troubles. There's no question about that. But what we need is a vote. Now, for 6 months, really, for 6 years, before I was here, everybody's talked and offered this idea, and I get it. Everybody has their ideas, and everybody's smart, and everybody sees problems here and good parts there. It's time to vote. Let's just stand up and be counted in front of God and country. You either like Obamacare or you don't. If you suddenly like it, then say it. Own it and go back home and explain it to your constituents.
Well said. You see, again, that's why you're a favorite guest on this program. You say it and you tell it how it is. Mr. John Kennedy, Senator, Louisiana. Thanks for joining us, sir. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Stuart.